So what's the grape expert talking about today? Well, I'm very excited today to talk about one of the properties that we actually import at Chateau and Estate Imports. This is a David Kohl selection. So when I say that, yes, I did find this property, and I'm really excited to bring it to the table today. This is called Chateau Jean Faux. And as you can see that this property, this is a chateau that has different cuvées. This is called La Source. It's a very interesting property because, and I'm going to explain it, but I'm going to first of all, show you on the map. So it's a little bit below Castillon. See, so you have Castillon here, which is quite famous. We talked about Chateau Robin in this area. So just a little bit south here, you're coming into the village of Radagon. And I wanted to show you also, this is Ferret's book of Bordeaux, and they explain a little bit about this village. And they do have a number of notable properties in this village, and it's very, very tiny. Had a chance to visit this property a couple of years, and I'll tell you, it's such an interesting little village that we actually got lost, and we couldn't even find the property. We were driving, and of course the GPS doesn't really work too good there, so you really have to be on your toes as to really find this property. But we actually did find this property, visited the estate, tasted the vintages of 20 and now the 22s are about to happen, but we want to explain this property, so I wanted you to zoom in a little bit on the label while I talk about the owner of this property. This was actually started by a gentleman named Pascale Collette. Unfortunately, Pascale had passed away about a year ago. He's left it into the hands of his children, but he bought this property in 2002, and he was one of the most famous barrel makers in all of Bordeaux. And when I say that, if you know anything about Bordeaux, Bordeaux relies heavily on French oak and from barrel makers, especially noted barrel makers and top barrel makers. Not an easy business to do, but Pascale became very successful in that business. So successful, he was bought out by one of the biggest barrel companies that exist there today. And when he made his fortune on his barrel company, he decided, I want to buy a chateau property. So he looked around. There were some people that said, you should pay attention to this area here in Radagon. There's a property that's called Chateau Jean Faux. The interesting thing is a very historical noted property, but the soil composition there, they had done some research. Actually, come to find out, the soil is very much like Saint-Emilion and Saint-Emilion Grand Cru. So that's called limestone and chalk. And so when you go there and you see the vineyard, you can actually see the escarpments which exist there with the limestone. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful vineyard. But we wanted to really note this, that one of the decisions that Jean Collette had made was to bring on Stéphane Derincourt. Now, Stéphane Derincourt, as I know, is like Michel Rolland, one of the finest winemakers in all of Bordeaux. He's worked at quite a number of properties, and that was very, very bright for Mr. Collette to come in, Monsieur Collette to come in and hire Stéphane Derincourt, because what they did was it established and put him on the map, making great wines. Again, now this is Bordeaux Superieur. This is not Saint-Emilion, it's not Castillon, and we point out on the map, this area is quite large here. But what does that mean, Bordeaux Superieur? Bordeaux Superieur means that they have to actually, there's regulations, and they have to decrease the production of normal Bordeaux. So if it's just a Bordeaux appellation, they have to decrease the hectares, and then they have to age it in barrel in oak. Of course, that's music to the ears of Monsieur Collette, who's a barrel maker, very famous. And, to be able to make barrel-aged wines like this. But what you get out of these wines, it almost is reminiscent to Saint-Emilion, because you do get that limestone, you get that, when I first smelled the wine, it's almost like truffle, and you get that mushroomy kind of smell from the soil composition there. But this is 80% Merlot, 20% Cabernet Franc. The other thing that's very famous here also, it's certified organic. And that means there's no pesticides, there's no chemicals, there's no herbicides. It's all natural way of growing grapes. And that's one of the interesting facets that I thought was, because I was looking for certified organic Bordeaux, and I found when this is a winner. We love Jean Faux. We think that people should pay attention to these wines. And these wines nestle in under $30 a bottle. So they're very, very good values. and just beautiful wine. This is a 2016, so you can see La Source. That's a really great year, but we wanted to give a shout out to the Collette family. The children are now running the property, and we're also, we're doing some interesting things with Jean Faux and representing their wines here in New York and New Jersey, and also we've got these wines now in Florida selling. So we're very, very excited about Jean Faux, but we wanted to bring this to the table. Again, this is a Grape Explorer. I'm always looking for very, very good Bordeaux wines. It's a passion for me, and it's a pleasure to bring these to the table to you.